What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And for today's matchup, we have an Adventures Pranks versus an Eldlich with me as the prankster going first. Now, I'm gonna fast forward my turn because this game is a 19 turn replay game and I want to get through it as fast as possible and not bore you guys. So I'm gonna do my full combo, and this is not gonna be a one card combo. It's gonna be a two card full combo with the Link 4 roaster on the field. As to why? Because as of lately, I have been running into a lot of Floodgate back row set decks. So whenever I can nowadays, I do a two card full combo. Yes, you have to banish one card from your hand. Yes, you have to do all that, but I'm okay with that because that way if my opponent is playing a back row set deck or something like Flu, we could get rid of the back row and play in our turn as well and not have a floodgate staring at us in our face, and with that we can't do anything. So we do our full combo, activate the doodle doo, and with this, since I did not draw into a monster I need for the butler combo in my hand, I could not add back the pranks in my hand. I had to keep the pranks in the graveyard, so that means I cannot recycle cards. I'm gonna take away the fast forward. It's gonna be the end of my turn, set down Pandemonium, turn change. Opponent draws a card, we activate Bow Wow obviously. Going into the game, I'm thinking, I get the full combo, I have Roaster for back row, I have the Griffin as the Omni, and I'll have the full Butler combo as well. Pretty happy with this board, and it's gonna go all spiraling down with one card my opponent draws. And what else could be aside from Lava Golem? Now Lava Golem takes away my roaster and my token. This lets me know instantly my opponent is playing a back row set deck. And I have to mentally prepare myself for the floodgates that my opponent can throw at me that just kills off Prankins. Cards like Rivalry of the Warlords, a Gozen match, or even a Skill Drain because you cannot go into your OTK combo with Skill Drain. Yes, Prankins can play under Skill Drain, but it's still a floodgate on the field. So cards like those just outright kill me. Macrocosmos kills me. Dimensional Fissure kills me. So I was worried about those cards. So what I end up doing with the Roaster's floating effect, I add my Draco back. So with the Roaster's floating, I add the Draco back because I know my opponent will put a floodgate on the field. And the Draco back can help me bounce one of those floodgates because I have a way to go into my adventure token. So that is the reason why I'm adding Draco back right here and not any other card. My opponent sets down 5 cards, passes his turn. And as I said before, I'm a big advocate of going into Weather Washer against back row set decks because Weather Washer makes so that if you go into battle phase, your opponent cannot activate any back row set cards as long as you attack with the Prankins monster. Now over here, I did not want to use my Meow because I did not have enough space on the field as is, and I was pretty sure my opponent will floodgate me, so I decided to throw away my Weather Washer. Put the Bow Wow plus a Doodle Doo, get one copy of Dropsies, and that prompts the end of my opponent's turn. Now right here, I could just tribute Doodle Doo, normal out my Dropsies, go into my Totally Awesome that way. So I could have gone into a Omni Negate that way, but in my draw phase, my opponent instantly pops open the Rivalry of the Warlords. This card says that each player can only control one type of monster. So with this, I chose Thunder. Now there's a reason behind this. The reason being that if I want to put the Adventures token on the field, which is an Earth monster by the way, I have to get rid of every other card on the field. I did not have any other monster on the field, so what I decided to do was keep the Doodle Doo on the field, and that way I could just tribute the Doodle Doo and have nothing on the field, go into my Adventures token, attach the Draco back to it, and bounce the Rivalry. That was the whole play I had mapped out in my head. I had my opponent not drawn perfectly. So Lava Golem into 5 back row sets. Obviously, we Ash Blossom the Scarlet Sanguine. We do not want to have the opponent putting the Golden Lord on the field. We activate the Doodle Doo, target the Pranks plus a monster, add them to our hand. So now, we can get the Enchantress, banish it, and then get the right, and with the right, we put the token on the field, attach a Draco back to it. That is the play, as I said before, I had mapped out. So I go into right, put my token. Token being a fairy type, so as I said before, you could only have one type, That was a Thunder. I'm putting a Fairy type. So my plan again was to attach Draco back, and what do you know? Torrential Tribute. I'm still not out yet, however. I have another way to get a non-effect monster on the field, which is through my Prank Kids pranks. So I was going to do that, hoping that my opponent cannot out that. So we go into our Prank Kids pranks, discard our Lamseys, get a token. And what do you know? Another freaking Torrential Tribute. That means both my tokens are gone. I cannot do anything about it. I cannot bounce the back row set anymore. So I just normal out the Dropsies, whack him in the face for 1k, activate Pranks, and hopefully draw into Weather Washer. My main goal at this point with the Prank Kids Pranks recycle is to draw into my Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's is the one card that allows me to push past my opponent's board. Now, this is going to be a back and forth for a couple of turns where I just go into battle phase, keep whacking me in the face. I mean, I would have if he did not put Haquero on the field. So he puts Haquero, that way I cannot keep whacking him in the face. We keep activating the Prank Kids Pranks recycle to keep drawing a card, hoping to draw into a Harpies. That is my one and only out at this point. My opponent draws into a Pot of Pee. He does flip over a Heavenly Prison, but he decides to not add that to his hand. He decides to add to his hand the Dogmatic of Punishment that he flipped over. Sets down the punishment, bumps into my Dropsies, kills it off, ends his turn. So the Dogmatic of Punishment means that even if I put a token on the field, he'll just he'll just activate the punishment, get rid of the token, and then send the Natis to the graveyard. Natis will pop another card on the field. So there you have it. I put my token on the field again. Dogmatic of Punishment throws the Natis away. Sadly, my Draco bag with this play does end up getting destroyed. Now, when I put the token on the field, he did not immediately flip over the Dogmatic of Punishment. He waited till I attached a token to it. So that way my token goes away as well. With the Natis, he was targeting my pranks, so I decided to call by the grave the Natis. Don't want to get my pranks destroyed. I want to keep activating pranks, recycling cards, hoping to draw into my Harpy's Feather Duster, my one and only out. So we do that, I end my turn, activate pranks, recycle 3. Now I'm going to fast forward this a little bit again, because it's going to be a back and forth. He's going to keep setting cards, whacking me in the face, and me ending my turn afterwards, because I'm not going to put any monsters on the field with the hand that I currently have. As again, activate pranks, recycle 3, draw a card. Call by the grave, useless, we go with it. Again, he puts another Haquero on the field and attack, 3.6k in my face. He ends his turn after drawing a card and doing all that. Turn change, draw phase, we get a Lamseys, so I set my Lamseys face down on the field with a call by the grave. Because in case he goes into Eldlich, if he has an Eldlich in his hand, he tries to do the Eldlich play, I could call by the grave the Golden Lord and get rid of it that way. So again, we draw a card, Ash Blossom, really good. We could negate a Sanguine. Now, however, my opponent draws a Heavenly Prison. So again, this is such a bad thing for us because this way, my Harpy's Feather Duster cannot get rid of his back row. But I still continue on with the game. I was actually really hoping for him to put the Heavenly on the field. I would Forbidden Droplet, kill it if he bumps into my card, and then call by the grave it whenever I need it to Harpy's Feather Duster his back row. That was my whole plan, so I continued on with the game. Again, kills off my Lamseys, whacks me in the face with Haquero, ends his turn. I keep drawing useless cards. So now at this point, I cannot, have no monsters on the field. So I decided I'll put the token on the field, start killing off his cards, even though these cards going to the graveyard means he could get their graveyard activation to put another trap on the field and activate it on my turn, which will basically be a Sanguine or an Eldlich of some kind. So on my end turn, he activates the Haquero, puts the Scarlet Sanguine on the field, turn change my opponent's turn. Draw, he tries to activate it again, we Ash Blossom it. Do not want to have him get the Golden Lord on the field. Sets down 2 cards, activates the Heavenly Prison again. Still no sight of our Harpy's Feather Duster. I'm so mad by this point. This game had gone back and forth for, I believe, at least 45 minutes on stream, I think. Half an hour to 45 minutes it has went on stream when I was playing the game. He passes his turn again. We set down Lamseys, kill off the other Haquero, end my turn. He activates goes a match, and right here, this was such a huge thing for us. He puts the Heavenly Prison on the field. This means if I draw into a Harpies and he has no negate on the field, we win the game. We outright win the game. And he's gonna go into battle phase with this, try to kill my token. Obviously, we activate the Forbidden Droplet to make the Heavenly Prison attack into half so that it will kill itself. And this dude had a Solemn Judgment on the field from turn 2, by the way. He had not used it till now. And he pops it open so to negate my Forbidden Droplet play. That means one of the negates on the field is gone, which I was worried about. He gets rid of the token, I don't care, I'm down to 400 HP, again, still do not care. Right here he sets a Guardian, so that way if I attack into him, any monster I attack into him with will go down to 0 as long as he has an Eldlich the Golden Lord on the field. So I have to hope he has no way to put the Golden Lord on the field either. Finally, it happened. This is where I started praying. God, I was so happy I drew into Harpies after he blew his negate and after he put the Heavenly Prison on the field. This was a make or break moment for me. If this Harpies goes through, we outright win the game. I have 2 cards on the field that can go into my summons. I would have been able to kill him outright. He's at 2900 life points. That is an easy way for me to kill him. This is it. This was it. I was so nervous, and once I activate it, it prompts an immediate surrender from my opponent. He had no negates in his back row, and he had no Heavenly Prison active. That means we win a game. This game was, I believe, 45 minutes to an hour into the making, and we finally managed to win. That's going to be the end of the game, guys. If you guys do enjoy this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subbing to my channel for more daily prank and video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jppduel. Link along with my schedule is going to be in the video description itself for you guys to check out. This is JPPDuel signing out for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!